Welcome back to another Play and Explain. Um, sorry, I'm playing on another table on my other monitor. Yeah, this should be Play and Explain to what, number 40? Trying to get one out today, hopefully before midnight. Um, I've been busy doing stuff, so yeah, I was supposed to get home earlier than I did, and yeah, I haven't had enough time to stockpile and get ahead of myself on videos, so probably no studying today. I'll probably film another one tonight, and hopefully be able to post it for 3. Maybe suboptimal for the algorithm, but it is what it is. Um, yeah. Playing 7 tables at the moment. I think I might just leave this one. It seems like the worst one. Queen 10 could open on this card, but on this number. But actually, no, I don't think I would. I don't know what I'm yapping about. Versus the short stack. How much is this guy's PFR in my like little non-existent sample? I'll just let it go. Gonna be checking close to range here, so don't mind this. Here you check at a really high frequency as well, so I'll check it back this time. I mean, I'm sure my hand doesn't mind rolling, but on a 22, I'm probably gonna check a lot of the time. My hand probably is one of the fans that prefer betting. It's like the weird thing where you want to bet for protection, also can call a raise. It's kind of weird and doesn't like the river. I don't know. But I feel like when I take this line, I just have to check twice. I don't know. Maybe I lost DB. And over here, I just don't see how I'm good. Yeah. Because when the jack comes off, it's either he has 10-9, jack 10, or jack 9, right? Like main consistent range, some 6x, but he probably just bluffs the 6x by the river. So hopefully he has like queen 8 suited or something. Save myself money, kind of. I had people talk about, maybe I can explain more in depth of my opening sizes in the last video as I opened 2 from the earlier positions. And okay, he has 5-4 and we have 5-4 as well. We technically should have the same frequency actually. Actually, I should have more than him. The thing is my range is more wide than he is. Uh, but yeah, because he should 3-bet 5-4 suited at frequency. I don't think he 5-4 also defend. So, but he's recreational. Most people like defending 5-4 off. I'm not gonna play around the fact that he never has it. Yeah. Anyway, people complain. Generally, you want to. I get like in a maybe some people are like they're talking about live games where like maybe they think like, oh, you don't want people to call you, so you go bigger early because like more people can stick around, or I don't know. But in general, like if you think about like a theoretical game of poker where everyone's trying to maximize their EV, it makes sense to go smaller at the start and go bigger, as your opening size is mainly designed to attack the big blind. It's like the main purpose of it. The bigger you go, the less hands you have to play, because when you get 3-bet and you can't defend that 3-bet with that hand, you're going to lose more money. So let's say you play 3 big ones in the middle, you're more likely to get 3-bet opening under the gun, which is why you have to be tighter. More people behind you can have just aces, kings, so it's not even getting blocked. The more people have the probability of having those hands. There's also some incentives, like even if you have tens, it can be a cold 4-bet pot, whereas that's not really happening on the button. Okay, so versus the triple barrel, this is the half pot on the river, I'm going to call it, even though it seems like it's a middling ace. Yeah, not really middling, but you know what I mean, not like 2-pair. But I'm just not going to fold an ace here. To a half pot sizing, I mean, it's just too good of, I have to be good like 25% of the time or something, and I block like his best hands that he's actually repping with his size, so. On an 81 we could, but generally, gonna be calling, especially at this SPR, I just prefer calling versus the unknown. Oops, I showed my current stars balance. One thing about me is I like to withdraw most of my money. I do not like to hold most of my money on the sites. I don't know if that's weird, but I don't mind going for the big overbet here. In the sense of I'd rather just put my money in a savings account or something. If I'm playing 1K, I don't think I need much more than 30 to 35K on my sites. I don't know. Let me know if you guys what you guys think, but that's just my opinion. I don't want that much on my poker sites. I'm not playing 2K right now. I'll play the 1K usually when it runs, but probably half the time. I try to be a little generous with the 1K. I don't like the massive swings, but so if it's a pure reg battle, I might fade it even if I think I'm slightly winning. I'd like to have a pretty good win rate. I'm trying to give this open, but it's lagging. Yeah, I saw someone talk about, I forget what the software was, but I play in an Ontario only pool, so this should cover 2 birds with one. I play in the Ontario only pool, so my pool is only in Ontario, Canada. So I just have this like Japanese flag. I mean, you see people they'll change their flag. I don't know. I just made it this for fun because I have an anime character as my profile. If that offends some people, I don't know. I don't know, man, what world we're living in, but yeah. Anyway, I'm kind of ranting about not poker, but yeah. So I play in Ontario only. That's probably why my like you can't probably find my stuffs online. If you guys would like to see my results, I might try and be really transparent with you guys at some point, maybe like month to month or stuff. Like I'm the first to admit I'm not the best poker player ever. My results have been very good, but I'm not. There's other people beating the games more than me. Stuff like this. I think we can check back this. Double bad suit is interesting. I'm trying to think here, like, would you rather have a heart or not? I know you would rather have a diamond when you bet, but I'm trying to think, would you rather have a heart or not? Unless we rolled in a low number, I'll check it back sometimes. Reverse are fish, though, so I don't mind. Just trying to collect the EV here. We're going to call. So, obviously, he has a 6. And the thing is, when he hits a 7, he probably wants to check, so... But at the same time, the range is too wide. I have aces, maybe I'm a fish. Double miss flush draw. Yeah. The thing is, it's just like a good card for him, so he should be bluffing a lot, and his range is really wide. Like, just, we're not supposed to giga overfold that spot. Also, blocking a6 is kind of nice. Anyway, I've been yapping about a lot of stuff, but yeah, probably a shorter video today. But yeah, anyway. Not much going on at the moment. Also, I'm planning on starting to post YouTube Shorts, which should be like decent. I should try and make the quality a little bit. I know that doesn't probably matter to the people who actually watch all my videos. It's probably just more like to get people to direct traffic to my channel, but yeah. So look out for those. Also, I saw a while ago people were talking about a Discord. I'm also willing to make a Discord. I guess like you guys, like I'm willing to help. Like whatever. I could start a Discord if that's something you guys would like. I just don't want to start something and like have it just like kind of flop because then I'm just not gonna care about it. So if I have enough people who want me to make a Discord and like yeah, then I'm down to do it. If it's just like 2 people, the issue is it's just like I guess I don't mind it then either, to be honest. Like the 2 people want it, I guess I could. Okay, here we're gonna be checking back a lot. We never have 6-4 suited. He does. We rolled a high number though. The issue is my hand just plays a little bit kind of bad versus raise, but it's also like not the worst loss of EV if we fold. But I'll check it back this time. Just because I think, in general, when you're unsure, I recommend just doing the thing that you know is more often. So here I know we're going to be checking back more than we're betting, and I'm a little unsure on that number, so like why don't I just check back? Because, yeah. Anyway, I feel like I'm kind of yapping in this video. On an 80, I think it's okay. I think it's like you take some of your king 8 and you instead of just opening king 8 pure, you put it into king 7 king. Maybe I'm thinking from the MP though. Maybe. But yeah. But yeah, you definitely the bigger you go in theory, the more early you go because I meant the later position you're in. So if you're in like small blind, you can attack the big blind directly, and you're only worried about getting 3-bet by exactly this guy. So you don't have to worry about, for example, even when you open button, it can go 3-bet, and let's say you have a hand like pocket eights, you're going to defend the 3-bet easily, and then you get 4-bet. Well, now your pocket eight's just lost all its money. So like in theory, like even when there's stuff like that, you want to be as conservative as possible. As possible is a little bit of an exaggeration, but yeah, that's just like the amount I have to say. I wouldn't say I'm the perfect guy to talk to, but it's just when you think of like. Also, I don't mind just playing 2.5 from all positions. It's not like a huge EV loss, and I would actually say 2.5 from early position. If you guys are looking to study, I don't play it, but I actually think I would recommend it. Just due to the fact that I think most people in the big blind over defend versus it. So yeah. But then again, I also recommend playing a strategy that you think is more solid because that's just gonna naturally actually make you the most money. Like a lot of people like to, oh, like so I'm gonna do that. What's it called? I want to start studying. So what's like a sick exploit I can learn or this? But if you just work hard, you're gonna get this desired result. You know what I'm saying? In the sense of if you're going into poker and you're thinking like, oh, what should my opening size be? That doesn't really matter. Like just pick one. I mean, yeah, I like playing the 2.3, 2.5 because it's just makes sense to me. But yeah. I will say though, a lot of people do play 2.5, and maybe they're studying playing versus 2.5. So I haven't looked at like for example data to tell you two 2x is more misplayed versus than 2.5, or the other vice versa. So I recommend just doing what you want, playing what you want. For example, there's a lot of people who recommend like overfolding your pocket pairs versus big blind 3 bets, which I can totally get behind the logic why, but it's also at the same time it's like you don't really have. You can make money and still do that though. So it's like, and it's not gonna be that losing. I think that the issue, I guess, like to sum up what I'm trying to say is if you end up like going with one of these playstyles, you end up might becoming more of a crutch on it than you realize. Anyways, I haven't really talked about a hand in forever. I'm gonna be defending this. You could forward this at a frequency, but we're just gonna call. Decent flop for my hand. Here I'm trying to think. I'm kind of forgetting on the action. I was kind of yapping. Obviously we need to raise. I think we literally min click him. Yeah, maybe 33. Yeah, what would we bluff here? I'm just trying to think. Here we could probably fold sometimes. I like having the 9 of hearts though. I think it's okay. We kind of block bluffs. I think this is going to be my turn folding range. I just don't see how we fold 9 of hearts in this spot. I'm just going to toss here. I think we want to jack. The thing with the 9 of hearts now, it's like actually probably like a good amount of his bluffing range. Almost like 6s is probably better. I'm just gonna let it go. I'd rather call this. I don't know. We have 4x, we have jack x, we have hearts. I don't know. Maybe we have to play some hands like that sometimes where we're getting ran over. But I would say in general, that spot's underbluffed with that sizing. Yeah. Here I'm pretty sure you can kind of get away with range bet. The 7 and 3 are like kind of close together, but I'm just gonna bet 1/3 at a high frequency on this board. On the turn here, it's not an over exactly, so we still have queen at. So I think we want to pick our cards wisely. I think I like clubs though in general. I don't mind the 10. You could definitely get away with checking it sometimes though. I am gonna go with the B150 here this time. I should have probably looked at the number, but yeah, I like having the over. And honestly, I feel like I just had a little bit of a timing tell read on the flop. Was what I was gonna say, but I was thinking if I should say that or not in the video. But my logic was it's a mix spot, and my gut is telling me that he's a little weaker than he should be. So I'm just gonna ditch the mix and go with it. That obviously makes me exploitable, but I think in poker it's fine. I am filming a video, so I should probably stay a little more grounded, but I'm feeling a little rusty right now. I say that in every video. It's kind of a giving myself a bad look. On a 4 here, I think you can call. I'm gonna fold this hand. I think you have to fold it. Like you can't pure play this hand, so I'm going to toss it. I think it's mostly a 4 bet or fold. I think it's mostly a 4 bet, but I will fold it on a 4. This guy does kind of, I think, over 3 bet. If I had to pick one, just gonna flat this. I'm gonna check. I think my opponent mainly should be playing over, but he should be playing a mixed strategy. I'd say a lot of B33 or B20. Maybe if you're splitting, you can also run B20 and then have an overbet range with it. I'm gonna check a lot on the ace and polarize. I actually don't mind the polarized strategy here. The issue is he actually like it's calling range. I don't think ace deuce is performing great versus it. I think the reason I don't mind the overbet though is I think I should have gone bigger. I don't know what I'm doing. I think he's actually really weighted to a pocket pair here, and he might have a pocket pair with a club that he has to defend. Was my logic, and I'd rather not get free rolled by it in the sense that he might just check back that hand and see if he spikes a club and or not. But if I overbet, I can. There's a lot of benefits to it. Right, we are going to go big here on the double flush draw board. On a 94, I guess I will take this. I think this is a fine size. Here, I'm just gonna check it back. I guess it took forever. Oh, that's unfortunate. Gonna call here. On a 3, I guess we'll call. Normally, this is one of the more preferred 3 bets, but I guess we could bet this is pretty high frequency. Like, I don't know. We rolled the 10. I don't know. I actually don't know what to do here. I keep saying that, but I guess I'll check it. I mean, I'm thinking like we need bluffs offsuit a6 with the spade, but I just don't like having 0 equity. I think I just take my showdown so I don't overbluff the spot. Yeah, we were just ahead. I don't know. Just think if we're just barreling ace high. I mean, we have to do it sometime, but we roll a low number, right? Like, we can't just do it pure. So, otherwise we'd just be infinitely overbluffing, right? Maybe I'm wrong. I feel like in this video, my head is just, I'm not thinking about poker in the right way. But yeah, stay tuned for tomorrow's video. So I should be posting maybe 3, maybe a little later, but my plan in general is to post at 3 p.m. every day, and then on weekends post a little earlier than that. That's my plan, and hopefully I can be posting videos from like probably a week ago, in the sense of just I can have a good amount of them uploaded to make sure they're all good quality videos that people would actually be able to take something away from. King 3 here is actually a mix, I think, and I opened pure, but I don't mind it. I don't mind the range bet here either. This hand obviously probably benefits from checking, but this deep, I think we just have to call 8s. I don't think there's a world where he folded in position 200 big blinds deep, so let's hope he does not have aces right now. The thing is, though, people are so nitty deep, I actually find it hard to believe I get a stack if he doesn't have a set. I don't know, let me know what you guys think, but I don't know. I am going to be playing this hand correctly. I definitely... When he reopens, I think we're supposed to be aggressive here. I don't mind just reopening for a big size. Yeah, I'm going to check back here. I don't see myself doing everything. I don't think this is a turn also we need to be betting really high frequency, and I'm obviously not bluffing King 3. That's kind of the weird spot about range betting a board like this. It's like, why does this hand really want to bet? If he shoves, it's like, is he shoving? He's probably just his aces. Like, am I trolling or 10s? Nah, you could have a combo draw or something sick, but... I'm calling, obviously. Alright, so we run it twice. Clearly this guy was not as neat as I thought. I guess what I was trying to say is if he barrels in, I don't know. Hopefully we get twice here, because I'm just a twice connoisseur. He wants once for the video. Don't do it to me. It's not a good trade. Oh my god, that's sick. Well, I'll make a good video. Jeez, what a whaley spot this is. I can't believe I just lost this. That's insane. Alright. Well, it looks like he benefited from the ZV from running it once. Jesus Christ, I actually cannot believe that. From the, my all-in EV has not been good this month. Not that that matters, but... You're gonna fold here, open here. This we could do at a frequency. I'm gonna call here, especially versus the 20 big blinds. You could technically probably get away with playing a leading range here, but I'm just gonna check. I actually cannot believe I lost this. This is insane. Jesus Christ, man. Like, wow, that's sick. I think with the BFD we have to call here. You don't feel good about it. What is this? Well, I think this will be a video I post and I do lose. And I also do think for what it's worth I'm not playing too good in this video. And I also think I'm not thinking about stuff too good. I feel like on this river I kind of want to bluff this hand. But the thing is, it's like... I don't know. I don't know if I actually really... It's just a cold 4 pot. It's like one of the worst hands we have. We don't have hearts, right? We obviously have 9s, 8s. We don't block ace-5. On a 12, I feel like we have like some relevant. I don't know, maybe I'm yapping. Here we block his bluffs, so I actually think I just go with the give up here. I don't know. I think I'm a little biased here. I'm trying to think of what the spot. I feel like we just might have other hand. I don't know. Not really though. That's probably just a take. I'm just a dummy. I'm just gonna lose to ace king like an idiot. Yeah, just stupid. I mean, to be fair, he could call this hand, but sometimes. I mean, I don't think the king of hearts is great. Yeah. Yeah, definitely regret not bluffing that one. I'm a little, I wouldn't say on tilt, but I'm a little out of it, I think. I don't know if that's suck out. It's not like the most crazy thing. Like, I've obviously lost pots bigger than this in my life, but it's just a little in disbelief, to be honest. I don't mind. When he doesn't raise flop, he's supposed to be this deep raising flop with a lot of his hands, so I'm going to go with the overbet here. Mainly attacking his like jack 10, jack 9, queen jack type hands. Because when he doesn't raise flop, I would say this hand's pretty good in 2 bets. I'm trying to think for the river if we want to value bet this hand. He could technically have a 10. Like, he obviously could have hands like 10-9 and stuff and would beat, but the question is, how often is he trapping? I feel like almost never. I just think on a brick we're going to have so many bluffs here as played, so we just have to value bet this river. And I think we split 2 sizings here, like a 75 range and like a huge overbet with king jack and jack 8 and maybe sets. Like here, obviously, I don't want to go too big because I don't want to polarize myself into hands that are too strong, because aces isn't that strong of a hand. This isn't an open, by the way. Damn, I'm too out of it, man. Normally, when a hand is super big and like just impacts my mood, I like to take a break for a second. But obviously, when recording, I have to keep playing. I wouldn't say I'm like gone mentally, but you know what I mean. I'm opening hands I shouldn't. Levels, but I guess if I knew the flop was going to be this, I don't mind just betting small here as an overall strategy. Maybe with recreationals you could do something different. On this number, I'm just going to go with the 4-bet here. I'll go to 25. Normally like 26, but he sized a little down. On a 33, I'm just going to call this. Here I'm almost tempted to turn my hand into a bluff, in the sense of like, there is just no way that one of them doesn't have an ace. And I have a lot of outs to improve, so I don't mind just taking it. I think the 8 is an added bonus of my hand that makes it stronger to bluff rather than like an actual showdown value of my hand. It's just in the sense of I approve on a jack or 8 and diamonds. And I also block them from having stronger hands. On a 95 here, we could 4-bet this hand sometimes. I guess we're supposed to call off. I don't really know enough about this player. I mean, I know he's like pretty much just a reg, so I guess I don't mind just 3-betting the 10s and getting it in versus a jam. When you 3-bet a pair like this, I think you just have to call. Yeah. In the sense of like, he's not really like ace king should be in his jamming range, and it's like so the pairs, but I don't think like he's jamming jacks pure or something like this, which would make 10s like actually lose a lot of its value. I think 10s and jacks are pretty similar in value there when you get jammed on. And I don't mind turning this hand into a bluff here on the river. I mean, it's one of the worst hands we have, right? The ace of spades is probably okay too. Maybe I'm wrong. I just can't imagine that like we have much worse there. Like we called a big bet on the flop, right? So by the time we get to the river, you don't have that much worse hands. And also in this line, like he has to respect my range a lot. So I have to make sure I find bluffs here is the important thing. It's like not the end of the world to do, but it's probably the worst pair I have. Like obviously, like 8-6, I probably fold flop. Or close to it. Just the lack of ability to improve. Like having the ace is obviously nice. So you can like beat hands like king 10 and stuff like this. You can counterfeit hands like ace queen, ace jack. It's good to have the ace. The spade is obviously good. The spade is good on the flop, mainly. Anyway, I don't think I've had too many good points in this video, but poof. I guess it's a good video to not review if I were to review stuff. I mean, maybe there's some entertaining aspects of it. I have a big suck out. Yeah. Here I like to play. You can play like I like to play a kind of a split strategy with like a smaller bet and an overbet. Most of the time I would say I simplified just the overbet. On a two, I think I'll just find the check with this type of hand. So. Definitely going to be defending, obviously. So here, I feel like we just are supposed to call this hand, but I also just don't think he's bluffing too often. I don't mind raising this hand every now and then. The thing is my suits are kind of bad. Like he does have 10-6 suited in this line. He does have, maybe not exactly as played as this line. He technically could have a6. I think he would pick a different size, but his size just seems like a queen to me. I'm like tempted to let it go, but at the same time, it is tempting. It's just too good of a price that I'm willing to just never win the spot. I'm willing to just never win. Sometimes you just gotta understand in poker that even though you might be getting exploited, as long as you're playing versus a regular that you play versus a decent amount of time, you're willing to just like, okay, if you're gonna pick this size on the spot, I'm willing to, even if I'm never good here, I'm willing to not exploit you. By that I mean like, I'm not gonna get exploited in the other way, where I start overfolding. And turns out obviously he had a bluff, which means he's probably in a bluff he probably shouldn't have, so he's probably over bluffing the node, which is just a good thing I decided to make that, because if I fold a hand like that and I go for the exploit, yeah, I might gain some EV exploiting my opponent, but when I'm getting exploited, I'm losing a bunch of EV, which is a way worse thing in general. Probably record for like a little bit longer, and yeah. I feel like I didn't have too much input in this video. I feel like my head wasn't thinking about the game as well as I'd like, but I'm just planning on posting really good content in the future for you guys. I really want to be more study than I am now. I think that's what I'm going to do the second I post this video, is just stop playing and just study. So yeah. Probably try and get one or two more interesting hands in here. It really sucks that I lost that 1k there, but I won't die. The PC lag is definitely annoying. If you have any other questions, just let me know. I think in general, I'll reply to the comment, but I might address it more in the next video. So yeah. If you guys are interested in the hot overlay I use, it'll be in the description. Yeah. Here, I don't know. I might be over defending it. Here, this hand is a pure defend versus this. Even though I will say the spot's probably under bluffed in general. Opponent can pick a lot of number of sizings here. First half pot, still calling here. You could actually probably incorporate a raising range, but I'm just gonna mainly stick to call. Just gonna probably check call this guy down here. I don't think there's too many. The thing about this spot is he just has an absurd range advantage. This is definitely gonna go in the folding category. Absurd range advantage. Okay, here the thing is I kind of don't mind to check jam in the spot. I think as a bluff it performs well. The thing is I just don't think we're getting that much value from other hands here. In the sense of a queen's gonna bet and everything else is gonna fold. I don't think he's too balanced in his checking range where he has hands like jacks in it. I mean, maybe we get values from 9s and 8s calling us, but I think in general we probably want to check on this card. It's not the greatest card for us. We're going to have a lot of hands we want to protect, right? We're going to have 9s, 8s through 7s. So A, he's going to bluff this card a lot into us, and then B, we get the check jam. Obviously, every now and then he trap 10s because he boated up, and then he might check back queens because he's scared of something. I think in this spot we can probably size up. But yeah, we're all in here. This is a spot we get to attack him pretty. I mean, I wouldn't say we have too much 6x, but yeah. I mean, if he's folding all of his queen X, obviously he's getting killed. So he probably has to call most of it. But yeah, in general in this spot, I think it just makes more money to check. I mean, I think the tank check, I think if I were to look at my timings, I think if I were to check, to be fair, if you're gonna bluff with a check jam, that's exactly what you should be doing though. You should tank before you check. It just makes you, I think it just subconsciously works better. In the sense of it looks like you had a decision. You want to make it look like it really makes your opponent's like always going with the read like, okay, maybe he's doing this to level me, or maybe he has value, right? That's usually what people think when they're tanking before they check. So usually I go after it, I guess I would say, when people tank and then check into me. But then when they tank check jam, you're like, oh, okay, I guess he was actually tanking because he was debating betting. But you could just be bluffing, right? Which I think is just an added element. I think I don't mind calling here because this guy I think is a recreational. I could be wrong, but yeah. That's my opinion on the spot. I think in general, I would prefer checking here. I mean, you have so much. The more hands you want to defend when you check, the more likely you're going to be check jamming. I think it's not just about your opponent's range. And I think here we just have to call. He just doesn't hit the board hard enough, and he didn't bet for large enough sizing here. Here's another example where I probably just don't mind check jamming, but we'll see how big he goes. I'm not jamming. Check raising, even though we block nothing. He could be a recreational who. Sometimes I like to go look in the past hands, but. I'm gonna toss it. I'm gonna be responsible. If I had a club, I'd do it. Every now and then he might have had like 6-5 of clubs or something like that. So let's just pick it with the 6 of clubs. I do think it was probably profitable though, I will say. But just on video, and I'm bringing up past history about this guy in the hand. I'm just like, what am I doing on video? I don't want to get too exploitative. I should start taking notes again, but as I record, I'm kind of more reluctant to take notes in the sense of I kind of just feel bad if I have a lot of notes on a guy and then I don't think this hand goes from these positions. Here you can pick like all 3 sizings. That's the thing with a lot of these flops. You can just literally play all 3. You could just like close your eyes and pick one, to be honest. Just randomize. As long as you know how to play the turn from picking the sizings, you're probably doing okay. I'm just gonna play a third in the swat though, at a high frequency. Honestly, I probably prefer doing something else, but she had that flop over here. I think I like turning this hand a little bit into a merge type bluff hand, in the sense of just like, it's just too much equity, I think, to check back, but I actually don't mind. It probably checks back at a frequency, and I think it's probably a pretty good hand to check back, actually, in the sense of you're ahead of the 5x. Yeah, just so much equity. It's like, I'd rather check back 7-6, and then I'd rather check back, like, a 6x of hearts, but, like, both? It just seems like too much. Also, folding out 9x is pretty nice. Alright, we'll play a couple more hands and then I'll wrap up the video. It's not the most entertaining one, I feel like, but... Yeah, this board, you have to play a lot of checkbacks here. I'd say the smaller your hand goes. We don't have a club here, and we rolled a 37, so I will go with the checkback here. I would say 6s wants to bet close to the most out of all the hands. Actually, here, because people under-raise, I'm just going to bet 6s pure, I think, almost. Even though you're supposed to be checking back a very high frequency of your hands on this board. If you had, like, kings, queens, I would be checking back almost pure. Just because the reason why is you benefit more from folding out overs. I mean, 6s here is basically a 1-street hand, right? And with the other hands, you just pick where you want to get that street of value from. And for 6s, I think the best street of value is going to be on the flop, in the sense that there's hands that can call you that are actually worse than you, where that's going to be very harder later on. Whereas like kings and queens, that's just not as true, right? There's going to be less runouts. Like 6s, if a 9 comes off, the odds that I'm going to be able to value bet river are like basically non-existent. So, and then also not to mention protecting your equity. There's just a lot of reasons that go into it. Generally, I would think like when you have a hand that's not 3 streets, you don't really need to think about I would say you're supposed to start thinking about when's the best street to get that value. God, I'm talking so bad. Well, yeah. What street would you want to get that value on? I guess is what I'm trying to say. Dude, I feel like this is like the 18th time I've been called forward today. I think nines could probably sometimes, but I think in general they're going to prefer just calling and losing. On a 62, this guy over 3 bets, I'll take it. It's probably not. It's probably a little higher of a number, but. And I will fold here. Here, I think we can check back sometimes. I don't mind doing both. Here, I think in general we're going to be half pot. Out of position, you want to be a little more aggressive in your 4-bet pots. I think here we'll call. Damn, I'm getting in some insane spots in this session. I don't like the block bet here. I was too focused on the other spots. Okay, so clubs are probably the worst one to have. I think this might just be a give up. I mean, we unblock like ace-x of clubs, which could fold. Gonna fold here. We called this guy here, so we're gonna check. Here, we're going to probably just bet half pot. And then here, I guess we check. Here we could probably do both. It's probably close. On a 97, I guess I'll call it. And here I'll call 4. Sizing down in position. You're basically just looking to play the hand, not gain the fold equity. I'm gonna fold versus the block here. Check here. Damn, what a shit run out, holy. I guess it could have been worse, but. So here we have jack 7s and 8s, and technically, like, obviously, like, hands like 10-9. I mean, here we're just all in. This line obviously looks bluffy, but yeah. The loose float on the flop. He basically never has 10s, we do. You just have to go for all of it there. Damn, it didn't even do the glowy GG thing. I think here I like half pot. You could also play B75. With the set, I'll go to half pot. I think in theory, though, I will say the B75 is a preferred strategy, but I'm going with a little bit of a leveling size here. I do say I don't think you should be calling the size too much. I think you should just be shoving or whatever. Alright, anyway, we managed to survive those spots. I don't know if we made money in all of them. I don't think I made money in this video, which is cool. You guys got to see me lose. I will say it's not like a true losing video, because I obviously like got it in. My EV is positive for the video. I'll try and post you guys like a real like I suck video soon. But anyways, thank you guys for watching, and also this is not a free bet in typical me fashion. While I'm on autopilot, I'm just recording. I don't know. It's just a disaster, man. I mean, I guess I keep bailing out the recording excuse. Maybe I'm just am bad. I promise I'm not, though. I'm usually pretty on top of it. I wish you guys could see what I'm seeing because my PC is lags really hard when I do record. I'm gonna size up to half pot here. I feel like you have the luxury to be able to here. Yeah. Probably gonna bet turn here. Jeez. I mean, neither player has much 9x, and in general in this spot, we're going to be pretty aggressive. I don't know if B75 is preferred. Probably is, though. I can't see why we want to reopen for any other size. We're basically repping a pair or not, so. And maybe like a 10-9. Oh, I should have gone to 10.2, 1.2, but. Obviously, the issue with 10-8 of hearts is we don't block 9x. I don't know if that's what the whole hand revolves around, but yeah. I was thinking of, obviously you're thinking about what you do on the river when you don't get there. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. It's been 40 minutes. I'm gonna wrap up the video now. Look out for tomorrow. I'm gonna post a video where I study, and hopefully go over some spots. Hopefully it's a better quality of video in general. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'm out. Bye.